What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Termite Off-Road. It is a nasty, cold, rainy day today, so we're going to be in the shop working on the old 300. Now, a little over a month ago, I ordered a rear shock from, I don't know if it's Cogent or Cogent. I don't know how to say their name. I'm going to call it Cogent. If that's wrong, grit your teeth, smile. I'm sorry. But I ordered a new rear shock from them, built to the spec of me. That finally got shipped. It is supposed to be here in a couple of days. So that's not going to take that long to put on. But I also got a new spring, or a spring, for the front. So unbeknownst to me, I didn't know this until I got to the suspension part. These only have one spring, and it's in this fork here. This tube has no spring. It's just fluid. That's kind of odd. That's why the fronts are so soft, because there's only one spring. You know, everything else, like the XL or any other motorcycle, has two. This one only has one. So the front of this is super soft. The back is super soft. I'll show you that in just a second. So I went with what is pretty typical of a setup in my research. I got a Cogent rear shock that, again, is built to my spec, my weight, what I like to ride, how I ride, all that kind of stuff. Got that built. That's on the way. And then these pretty much you just choose your weight. This is one is from Race Tech. And you pretty much just pick, I haven't even opened it up yet. This one's been here for weeks. But you pretty much just pick how much you weigh, and you click that spring. So it's got one spring in here and some other stuff. And so we won't even touch this tube. The tube that has a spring, you don't even do anything to it. It's just this one that we're going to be working on. So today's kind of a rainy day. I don't really have anything else going on today that I can do. So I figured we'll go ahead and get the front done today. And then in a couple of days when the back shock comes in, we'll slap it on. And hopefully this thing will be much, much better on suspension, because it is just so super soft. And so I'll set the phone up real quick and kind of show you how much it moves. But and then we'll get to pulling the front fork tubes off and get that one in today. I'm not a big guy. I'm average around 165. I don't know who they set these bikes up for. You have to bet like a 100-pound person or something. But you can watch the back, just the weight of the bike itself. You'll see how much the back of this sinks. These bags are empty. There's nothing in them, so there's no extra weight here. But when you stand it up, you can see how much that settles. It's just so soft. And then when I settle, you can see it's very, very, very soft. So you can see, like, that's no effort, and I'm just rocking it like that. I'll move it around to the front where you guys can kind of see the front. So in the front, I don't know how to do a good example of this, but you can see pushing down how super, super soft. I'll probably look ridiculous, but I don't know any other way to show you. You can see we got the wheel off, brake caliper stripped, dust shield off, all that kind of good stuff. So I have a video coming up too. It's months of filming where we rebuilt the forks on the XL. And if you compare these two together, those are your traditional style forks. These are what was known as inverted. So they're flipped backwards versus how those are. But the principle is still essentially the same. It's just backwards a little bit. But what you want to do is, before you pull this tube out, you want to go ahead and break that cap loose. That one right there. Because if you obviously try to hold the tube and break the cap, it's almost impossible unless you've got just death grip. So while you have something to hold the tube for you, you don't have to take it off, just break it loose. Then loosen these two, and the fork tube will slide out, and then you can proceed to remove that top cap. So that's just a little tip thing, and it's the same on those. Before you take it out of the tree, break that cap loose, because you got something there to hold it for you. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and get this tube slid out, and we'll proceed from there. Thing should come sliding out. There it is. All right. Now. Okay. Check back with you guys in a second. All right, well, I just opened the box for the first time, and that dude got our spacer. I don't know how many times back when I was doing choppers and stuff like that, I would do 6/over front ends on them and cut the PVC to give you the spacer. Ooh. Stickers. More stickers. More stickers. Good gracious. They must really, God, there's another big one. They must really want me to advertise for them. They just sent me this for free. I put those all over. All right, these are gonna be our preload washers. I know what them is. And then our actual spring itself. So, everything's there. There's supposed to be a, oh, it's under that. So there's supposed to be a thing for instructions. They had the shipping thing over the code thing. But I've watched a couple of videos. I think we're good. So I know the one thing we got to do now, kind of shifting back over this way, is these call for 500 cc's of fluid with the spring in it. This tube here from the factory has 600 cc's in it. So I have a measuring cup over there for cc's, so I'm just gonna pour out 100 cc's, and that's gonna be that. That's kind of my plan for this. So I'm gonna get the cap unscrewed all the way, and cause it's pretty much hand loose now, and we'll pour out 100 cc's, and that should get us there on the fluid. Then we can start installing everything. All right, well, I scanned the QR code and it says, sorry, this page does not exist anymore. So I guess we're on our own. But I'm not too worried about it. I mean, I've rebuilt, I don't know how many forks. I think we're good. I don't really need it, I don't guess. So, all right, I'm gonna go get my mixing cup over here. And I think we're gonna need to break that cap loose from the valve tube thing, whatever. I don't know what the proper name for anything is at the moment. My brain's not firing on words. So somewhere over here I have a mixing cup. I'm gonna find that. There it is. And we'll get to draining that thing. So this is just a Walmart, 99 cents or something like that. You got cups, you got milliliters. Now milliliters is the same as cc's. So 100 cc's is 100 milliliters. So we got 100 milliliters right there. So we're gonna pour that much into it, and we should be good on our fluid level. Normally, when you undo this cap, you gotta watch out for pressure, for the spring wanting to pop up. But since this one don't have a spring in it, I guess that's the problem. And there's really good videos out there on this stuff, y'all, step by step. So now we need a 14 and a 17 to break this loose. But I'm going to go ahead and pour my fluid into here. So that's just less that I got to deal with. Okay. Just him. Bingo, bango. May need to get some pliers to hold this rod. Hopefully I won't have to get too tight with it. Just need a little bit of help. I'll go ahead and take this off because it's got to come off too anyway. I'll let that sit right there. Everything moved down here. Let's set my knife down somewhere. Have y'all ever seen a more organized video? I know you're impressed. Because I know we got to drop a preload spring in first. So, this is going to be the fun part, holding this rod up. Preload spring. Or a preload washer, not spring. Bada bing. And then so we got what are you doing, young man?
Mm-hmm.
Putting fork spring in my bike. You want to do it for me while I go inside and watch TV?
No.
Oh.
Getting old.
Getting old. Gotta be able to do that.
Okay, one.
That one. I'm gonna put one preload on the top, one on the bottom. All right. So, the order of things was preload washer, spring, then there's that black rubber washer that's cupped and it slides over this plastic spacer, sits down in that cup. So you drop the cup with that up, set this down in it, press this down, you got the little brass color washer that sits down, it's recessed to sit inside the plastic. Preload spacer, and we're ready for our cap again. And that is literally it. This is gonna be fun. It would help if you had some thin wrenches that you could hold this lock nut with. That one's just too. Let me see if I got a wrench that's thinner. This one's real pretty thin. Got two of them. This is the thinnest one. It just will go in there. All right, now put it back in. All right, moment of truth. What's it gonna feel like? Oh, wow. Wow. I tell you what, you notice it's obviously stiffer going down, but it's a much quicker rebound, which obviously you got two springs pushing back up. I think that's the thing you notice the most is the rebound. It feels obviously stiffer going down, but for the bike to push back up, that's what I have not felt it do up to this point. So up until now, it would, you saw in the previously, it would squish down and then just kind of a slow rise back up. But that's a way quicker rebound. Nice. The bike already feels stiffer just doing that. I don't feel the front to go down, but man, that's cool. Makes me really excited for my rear shock to get here. All right, so front suspension done. I know y'all see me use impacts on this stuff and you probably freak out. I don't put an impact on there and just squeeze it wide open. I go slow, let it thread. And I know this is such a cliche statement. I know my tools. I know kind of where they're torquing and everything. I know what to go back and check and what's fine. So, give me some grace there on that. But yeah, I think that's good on the front. Now we just get to wait. My rear shock was actually supposed to be here yesterday, but video or so back, y'all saw me complain about the shipping. Well, saga continues. But anyway, once the rear shock gets here, we will slap that baby in. All right, guys. Rear shock is supposed to be here any minute now on FedEx. So we'll see. So I'm kind of going ahead and getting the back shock out. It's a pretty easy deal. I've already swung the bottom link. Just took that bolt out and swung it forward. So it's just this bolt here and that one right there. So not really anything too challenging. Pop those out, slide the shock out the bottom, and hopefully they'll pull up here in just a second. With the new one, we'll slap it in and be way better off. There it is. the factory pillow. So I guess we'll just throw that up on the shelf. I just had to pick the back wheel up a little bit higher to get it past this, to give this a little more room to get back to get the shock out. But other than that, pretty straightforward. All right, finally here after what, 6 weeks?
At least 6.
And you don't know what color spring you're gonna get.
What color do you want?
I really don't care because they don't get to see it a whole lot. I think yellow or blue would be cool. Be different.
It's because it'd be very different than your.
It's probably just gonna be red.
It's probably gonna be red. That's what my guess is.
It's yellow.
It's yellow.
I'm not into this.
There's a knife right behind you. The pair of scissors right there.
Yeah. That's one of the hardest things to break is
Yep, tape on bubble wrap.
man, that's fancy.
That is fancy. That is fancy.
Yeah. Well, guess I'll go put it in. I don't know what this is.
You were supposed to go Christmas shopping for me, but that's going to have to wait. I'm just kidding.
It literally won't take. It took 5 minutes for me to get the old one out. So.
He's probably more excited about this.
I've been getting hooked up on the stickers,
You
baby.
have been. He's pumped about it. He loves his sticker.
And I said I wasn't gonna put no stickers on that bike. Everybody starts sending me stickers.
You
All right.
can put them on there.
Let's go out to the shop and put this thing on. They also sent another sticker. Oh, that's way zoomed in.
Why you zoomed in so much?
And lifesavers.
A little thing of lifesavers.
I don't know when the last time I've just had regular lifesavers.
Let's try one.
I don't want to ruin my appetite. Andrew's dressed up for a Christmas party.
I'm fixing to go to a Christmas party. I didn't even know they made these anymore. Like the regular kind. Everything's gummy candies now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try one real quick. See if they're as good as
I'm
these.
sure they're good.
Oh, the first one's gonna be green.
I want the green one. I like the
You
green.
like the green ones?
Yeah.
They are melted bad.
FedEx. When it's sitting in Charlotte for 3 days. Probably out in the
Yeah.
sun.
Just bacon. Oh yeah, it's like, I can't even get it to you because it's covered in paper.
Well,
whatever.
we'll get to them later.
That's good.
You see the two side by side and see the massive difference in spring. So yeah, that's, I mean, just already looking at it, you know that's going to be way better. The shock rod in there looks pretty similar, but mainly the spring, the size of the spring comparison is just so different. So much better. All right, well, I'm gonna slide this thing up in there and set it back down. All right, it's on there. You can see the yellow. So let's set it down now and see how much more firm it is. Wow. I can slide that all the way under it. Before I couldn't do it. Before I had to like lean it way over, kind of fish it under there and pull it up on it. But it's clearing it easy. I didn't do any adjustments because, I mean, it's supposed to be sent out the box from what I can tell, ready to go. That's a lot more firm, way more firm. Oh wow. I'm on my tiptoes now. Wow. That's way different, way different. I still have good footing though. But it's not nearly the sag that it had before. That's nice. I can't wait to go ride. You can see her up in there. It's got, I can always adjust off if I do want to lower it down, which I really don't. Comes with a little tool that you just stick in there to turn it, but my feet are touching good, and with my boots on, they'll be touching even better. So I think I'm just gonna leave it where it is and go ride, and let's see what it needs. But man, it feels way better just sitting on it in the shop. Feels way better. I'm gonna stick this tool in my bag, and hopefully here, I don't know if it'll be in this video, because with all the stuff going on with holidays and weather and painting and stuff like that, I don't know if we'll get a ride in before this video comes out, but we will have a video coming up soon where we're gonna go ride and check this thing out. But all right, I'll check back with you guys here in just a second. All right, guys. Well, the weather's kind of cleared up today. We're gonna go do a little test ride, and not going anywhere. I'm just gonna kind of ride around in my fields, and we got some little hills and bumps and stuff. This is not gonna be an extensive review of the suspension. We're just kind of going for a ride to kind of wrap this video up. Just gonna play around in the field to see what this feels like. I'm just gonna go ride around, wrap this video up, and see what it feels like. I'm not going anywhere.
You have your helmet on, you're going somewhere.
So I can have this. Andrew's bike's for sale, y'all.
No, it's not.
She's already overriding. She's over it.
I'm not. You keep saying that, but I'm not. I have kids I gotta take care of.
She's really not. I'm just messing with her. When I hit that little hill, even slower than that, you can feel the suspension bottom out. That was nice. It just absorbed it right there. Didn't feel like I must really didn't feel like I hit anything. Guys, I can tell a humongous difference. Huge difference. wow, that is a massive, massive improvement on what it was. Just from memory, some of the places I rode around here are, places I go play around, and it actually feels like I have suspension now. To feel it compress and then rebound is not something I'm familiar with on this bike. It usually does a really good job of compressing, but it has never had that rebound to recover. It just kind of stays in that, just like I said before, if you've ever rode in a big old car that rode like a couch, that's kind of how that thing rode. Like it was kind of comfortable around the yard and stuff, but when you get in really serious situations, the fact that it would just compress so easy, but then not rebound, it made the next thing you hit when you're riding rough terrain, it's almost, I don't know, it's hard to explain. I'll just say this is better, and I don't regret at all doing any of this. So very happy with this. I was already, I liked the power of the bike. I liked the seat height. I liked the weight. Everything else about the bike I loved. And now to have this, I am super stoked, man. It is so much better. So, yeah. Cogent, I don't know how you say their company name. Rear shock, and then Race Tech spring in this side. That got that from, I think, CRF's only. You just click on your weight. They got a few ranges of your weight, and that was both of them were super easy things. If I did both of them at the same time, I think I could do both in under an hour. Easy, super easy. I could do both under an hour. So well worth that in that regard. But yeah, really loving the old CRF, man. I'm gonna do a little review on it maybe in the future. I'm not a big review guy, but I've not regretted at all the decision to get rid of the XR and go this. I do miss my XR, and I wish I could have kept it and had this at the same time, but I don't know. I just felt like I would never have rode it, and this bike is it's such a fun bike. So thank y'all as always for watching. Give us a like, a share, and a subscribe. Just follow us. It don't cost you anything to hit the follow button. Other than that, man, we'll see you guys later. All right, guys, just want to check back in with you before this video is completely over. Andrew and I went and rode today. We rode about 200 miles of a loop down where we are, and kind of just spent the whole day riding. And I will say the suspension is a lot better. The bike just feels so much more stable on gravel when we would hit loose stuff and like ruts and stuff like that. I can definitely tell it's more stiff, more firm suspension, but that's to a good thing, because the bike just felt so much more planted to the ground. It didn't feel like it was moving and bouncing as much. And one of the big things I noticed is with the throttle on these, as sensitive as they are, used to when I would hit really rough stuff, my hand would kind of bounce and along with the bumps. And today I didn't do that at all. And I know some of that's probably just me getting used to it, but the fact that I didn't even think about it until we were almost out of DeSoto today after riding all day. And I was like, I never felt the bike do that one time, because it's just so much more stable now. So definitely happy with the improvement. Love what we did. So just wanted to give you that. Well, we didn't film anything today. We just wanted to ride. It was kind of a nice weather day. You can see that I'm in t-shirt today. So we ditched our responsibilities and we went and rode today, and we didn't really want to film. We just wanted to ride. And so that's what we did. But I'll do a video in the future, maybe, if you want to see more about this. But it's pretty self-explanatory. It's worth doing. So anyway, just wanted to drop you that little update. See you guys next week.